Hello everybody, welcome to our channel, To Be Continued. You're joining me, Ricky, with me is Aaron, and today we are playing Subnautica.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Please stop singing so we don't get sued.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, Subnautica, it's been about for a while. A lot of people probably have actually seen that it was in like early access or whatever for quite a bit as well. So it's not like it's a brand new game. They obviously did, I think, last year release a sort of DLC to it and stuff. But it's just been one of those games that we've been looking at, having an eye on, and thought it'd be cool to play, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I've owned it for a little while. So it wasn't a DLC, it was a couple of years ago. They released a sequel, Below Zero. As you probably saw a second ago, we are just going with a standard survival game mode. Oh, sound hectic. I have got to turn the game volume down. This is way too loud.
3, 2, 1.
This was all the rage. I mean, maybe not dropping from space, but all these survival games that came out around the same time, like The Forest and everything, it always starts with you just barreling out of a plane. Like, I mean, I know this is a bit different, but it's all very Lost, you know?
Yeah. But no, it makes... Oh, no, we're knocked out. We can't keep talking. But no, it makes sense, especially when you want to sort of have the character to actually have some sort of starting point, some sort of equipment on them or something for them to escape from something.
It does make sense, and it's epic. I mean, let's face it, you know, Lost did it. It was really cool. And, you know, it makes sense that others follow suit. But yeah, you know, because it's like this, Bioshock, I think? Bioshock Infinite? Or is it? No, it's just the first Bioshock, sorry, not Infinite. Does it, Lost, this, The Forest, bunch of things do it, and it works. That's why it pulls the viewer, the player, into it straight away. I don't remember that.
I would imagine he suffered a minor head trauma. Just a moment ago, if people were watching, we didn't even have a fucking head.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've got to do the sound settings. Everything's a bit wonky.
Yeah, might have to just give us a moment, everyone.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we got the things. Okay, I did miss what the thing was saying. So this is kind of like your little first start. I have played a little bit of this though, even if I haven't finished this before. So we got some food. It's obviously in your bottom left. You got your usual thing: health, food, water. We might take one of these and maybe a water just to have on us. Oops. Actually, how do I munch that? Let's munch that real quick. Fabricator here. This is how you do your crafting and such. But we still need to repair a few things, including the radio. I don't think the fire extinguisher is going to help us right now, so we might just put this down. Oh, I'm going to keep doing that. I keep accidentally hitting escape. All right. Let's go up.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing with Subnautica at the time, because there were a lot of survival games, and there still are, obviously, a lot of survival games.
Even more.
But this was like the peak time survival games started really coming out and getting that groove in. And Subnautica really did the whole something different. Like, it wasn't just, again, you're middle of nowhere, scavenge for food and that, find stuff. It's like, no, it's all underwater. It's completely different.
Yeah, that sort of survival crafting and your general survival games were really hitting their paces at this point. Obviously, the world decided that they loved them. And, you know, developers all around, they were jumping on board. I mean, you kind of had two options for survival. It was like, hey, you like Minecraft? Yeah, we're kind of like Minecraft. Or, hey, you like DayZ? Yeah, well, we're like DayZ, except doesn't run like shit. You know, it's like they're all sort of going for those two juggernauts in that space.
Exactly.
I got me a little Gary fish there.
But I think Subnautica's success, and that really shows that if you are going to go into those areas, those games, and sort of try and latch onto the coattails of these other games that have been popular, you have to do something different. You have to have something in the mechanic that, even if the game is enjoyable, you have to have something that changes it so that people will buy your product over someone else's. And Subnautica really did that.
Exactly, and they also finish their game, which makes them stand out among survival games,
Exactly.
because obviously the big thing with those is they never freaking get finished. They come out with lofty promises.
Yeah. And they even made a sequel.
Yes, not only did they finish it, but they even got a sequel. Now, so I have played a little bit of this. I got a little bit through the story one time, but I have a very short attention span, so I eventually got bored and went off to play something else. What is that? Why is there words? That has got to be a bug. What was that? I think it was meant to be above the rock saying like break this open or something like that, you know?
Possibly.
But anyway, right now we're in the shallows. This is the fun spot. This is the nice bit, you know? It's like it is a good bit of design. They drop you in. Gotta watch my air because right now I'm just relying on my really quite impressive lungs. But they drop you in the nice shallows. It's shiny. It actually looks.
Is an essential component of all
Thank you. I was talking, but that's okay. But you know, it's quite pretty. It's colourful. It's not too dangerous. Are there a couple of things? Sure, but it's not too bad. Oh, all right. We gotta watch out for them. Oh no, where'd he go? Come on, come get me. Oh, I got hit. Damn. But yeah, it's nice and pretty. You know, it's a good way to start the player off because it's not too scary. It's not too bad. But as you progress, you go deeper and deeper. You know what I mean? And it gets a little bit freaky, to be honest.
So I'm not actually sure exactly I mean, I do actually know vaguely how the storyline is meant to go and plays out and stuff. But like the main idea is you want to get off the planet, and
yes.
So even in just normal survival mode outside of the main quest, you still want to go off the planet, and so you're working your way to build essentially a rocket ship to get yourself out of here. I think is pretty much the premise of the idea.
Well, I don't really know how you get off, so if you do know much more about the story, don't spoil it.
Well, are we doing the story or are we just doing survival?
No, the survival is the story. It's just you
sorry.
You can change how difficult the story is. So you can do it in normal mode, hardcore, one life, or you can do it with no food and water and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. So I'm not sure how. I can't remember exactly the overarching story, all the details in that. I do know some of it. I won't mention it. But yeah, ultimately, you obviously want to get off the planet, and
yes, we want off.
We're searching for blueprints. We're searching for materials. We're searching for things that we need to eventually build something, or that'll help us get off the planet. And so that's sort of like the ultimate personal goal of you as the player.
Yeah, that's it. We were in a big ship. It crash landed. We dropped in a pod, and now we want to get the fuck off of Waterworld, basically. So that will be our task, our journey. We'll be trying to get out of here. I do know a little bit of what to do, so I can probably get us out of the shallows. But right now, my main focus is making a repair tool.
One of the things I really liked about Subnautica, having watched it, and again, I haven't played it. I've only watched playthroughs and bits and pieces and stuff like that. But what I have seen and I've liked is that, and I liked. There are some other games that do it. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I'm sure other people in the comments might know if they want to put it there. But you can build like vehicles and things like that. And I think the cool thing about being underwater is that it's such a different environment and such a foreign environment to survive in that having vehicles and building these sort of things makes so much more sense. And it's not just you constantly just having a stick or something or building guns and like a small base. It's like, no, you can build these full on like really cool things, but it's all to help you try and get off an actual planet. Like you're not just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I'm just going to, before we do, I'm just going to click on this because I think we have something to listen to.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours.
Oh, we're fucking saved. Okay. Yeah, so from memory, we will get these transmissions through and they'll sort of direct us to these other pods. You know, we weren't the only pod. and it'll give us a little something to do, and I guess that helps you get through the story. But I'm probably going to want a scanner, so I need a battery, and a knife wouldn't be bad, so we need some more titanium. And habitat builder might be a little bit further off. And sea glide. So we want the scanner so we can go around, because you find all these pieces scattered around, and we'll scan up the pieces, and eventually once we get 2 or 3 of those, we'll be able to manufacture a sea glide. And there's the vehicle bay for making the bigger things. We might just cook up this Gary fish before it goes off.
Num num.
A lovely bit of Gary fish.
By eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You
I guess they've been eating like sort of processed vegetables or
Yeah.
whatever for so long that the idea of eating meat is just horrible. Oh, we got some fins.
I like the idea that up until this point, they've all just been eating like these, like, you know, muesli bar,
Yeah.
protein bar, shakes, you know, vegetable, like rice bowl, you know, all this type of stuff. It's like, yeah, no, you can eat meat.
Well, I mean that's what we had, isn't it? I did it again. That's what we had, isn't it? What is it over here?
Yeah.
Nutrient block.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's just off eating nutrient blocks. You know what? I mean, hopefully nutrient blocks taste pretty good. Because imagine you crash land and you're like, oh my God, I've got to eat an animal carcass. Oh, and then you eat it and you're like, oh my God, this is fucking delicious. You know, you're like, what have we been doing? So, oh, dark already.
All right. Note 23, make torch.
Yes. But mainly, we're going to want to get our hands on some titanium. I think was one of the things there. Some bladderfish would be good as well. Here it is, the pink ones, because you can turn them into water.
may have unexpected applications.
And I think it was mainly titanium we needed.
Strategy.
So
I think so.
Yeah, I might just catch my breath, and then we'll try and collect up a little bit of titanium. Here it is. Come on, bladderfish, let's go. Let's get a couple more bladderfish. There we go, another bit. I think I need like at least 4 bits of this titanium though. Come on, just one more little piece, one more little piece. Oh, here we go. There we go, we got another bit right there. Nice, some copper as well. Ooh, actually I might as well get them while I see them.
Yeah, exactly.
Smoke them if you got them. There we go. All right, sweet. Let's head back. So yeah, first port of call, a scanner. But you know, the interesting thing about this game is there isn't really weapons. There are like knives, and you can eventually make like a vehicle, which I'm pretty sure can do some damage.
Yeah, yeah.
There aren't actually any guns. Originally, they were gonna have guns. But after I mean, I don't know. Can you even say that stuff on YouTube? Doesn't it like already get you in trouble? But you know, after an event that happened in the real world, they decided that they didn't want guns in their games. So they removed them.
No, it's fair.
So originally you were just going to have guns, but I mean, I think it actually really adds to the difficulty or the horror, honestly, when you've got these sort of nasty things on your back. You can't just blast them.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only
And
exception.
there's like the in-world explanation.
Yeah, no, it makes it more tactical, I guess, and you think more, and it also makes you start using, like as you said, the other bigger vehicles and stuff later on. Like you really do need them in more dangerous places, rather than just going in there and just being like, okay, everything, just wipe it all out.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the case. If you were able to just make guns, eventually you just make the biggest gun and you just shoot everything, wouldn't you? Because the progression would probably dictate that eventually you're going to get something big enough to just blast a freaking a Leviathan or something. All right, so let's actually, I forgot about that, but we'll increase our tank. Nice. We'll need some more glass and silver for the next one. Glass and silver isn't too bad, so we'll keep that in mind. Glass. Actually, might as well make some glass. We've got some quartz. So we'll just need to grab a little bit more quartz, piece of silver, and then we should be good to make that. No, no good. And what are we missing?
We need a battery.
We need a battery for the scanner.
How do we get a battery?
Battery for the scanner. So batteries up here. We need one more acid mushroom. Okay, easy done. Let's go.
All right. Acid mushrooms.
So acid mushroom, that's these. Just grab what you need for these suckers, because yeah, you can easily end up with an inventory full of them. All right, let's make battery. Here we go. Power cell.
Blueprint acquired.
Ooh, wrong thing. And a scanner.
There we are.
The scanner can be used.
Hell yeah. Just pointed at my head.
Technology and to record alien biological data.
Oh yeah, there's the. So we got more oxygen now as well. All right, we've actually got a load of titanium because I processed those metal salvages I found. So I think we want to go get a piece of quartz. Oh, keep doing it. Yeah, wasn't it? And we probably do want one more battery to eventually get that torch. Yeah, and yeah, so we need another bit of quartz and a silver ore, and we will go looking for the pieces for the sea glide. Now, I think I saw a little something over here. You got to sort of search for these like crash sites sort of things.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah, they're using the scanner now to like pretty much scan everything we come across. And if we scan like wrecks and crash sites and things like that, you can get more information to build other objects. But can you scan those salvage things before you pick them up, or?
Yeah, probably. You can scan a lot of things.
Because like, yeah, it might help with like getting better blueprints or upgrades and things like that.
No, the salvage won't. What you do is you're looking for pieces of stuff that you haven't researched yet. Like this, here we go. So oh, that's one of those little cave things. Just gotta be careful of that. So like this, you find this fragment, and so you scan that. Boom. And there we go. Now we need one more grav trap fragment, and we'll know how to make it. But it's like actual fragments you need to find, not just general salvage. General salvage is just for titanium. Ooh. So what we want is we want the things for a sea glide. That's mainly what I'm after right now. But we got a bit for a grav trap and a bit for a beacon so far, which is still good.
Cool. What else we got in here? Are those bubbles like oxygen? If we swim over that, do we get...
No. Okay. There are these little like brain looking things. And if you go over them, you will actually get oxygen. I'll show you one when we come across them.
We can scan the life forms as well, can't we?
Oh, here we go. Yes, you can scan like every life form. Cool, we need one more bit of a sea glide. But yeah, so you want to sort of find these sorts of areas with these things. Here it is. See, it'll shoot out an air bubble. Here we go. There we go. Bit of oxygen.
So if we scan that, for instance, if we scan that, does it give us anything extra? Like,
no, it just adds like a little information thing that you can go look at. You can sort of like learn about all of the flora and fauna of this planet. But I don't think a lot of it will give you really any information that you need necessarily.
Hey, but if you're watching us now and, you do know that there is a really a good reason to scan everything,
yes.
Comment below. It's always, it'd be nice to know rather than us getting through like, if this becomes popular and we get through like 17 episodes and people are like, why have you been doing this? Oh, that thing doesn't look friendly.
He is not. Usually they're pretty... Oh, he got me! I was literally about to say usually they're pretty easy to get away from. And then I hit the surface and he got me.
Nope, can't keep swimming in the sky.
Yeah, no, please do, because I have played this before, but I didn't get that far, and I definitely didn't look into all the nuts and bolts. So maybe there is some things where if you scan them, maybe it helps you with understanding how to deal with them or whatever. Or maybe it does unlock some type of recipes if you scan certain flora or something. I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
And as always, like, subscribe.
Oh yeah, all that call to action.
Yeah.
That's what all the build your YouTube better channels tell you to do. Call to action.
Fluid intake.
All right, we need some air. We're gonna have a little drink. I somehow drank that underwater. I don't even want to question it. I'm gonna guess it goes through like a little tube or something.
Yeah, I know. It's just there's like the rebreather you've got that attaches to your air tank has like another attachment where you can just put the lid on of the bottle.
Yeah, because I am not sure how that happened. So we have one piece of the Sea Glide, but we've probably got to go a little bit further over maybe. Oh, I might just get a couple of these acid mushrooms while we're here for the next battery for the torch.
Batteries.
30 seconds of oxygen. I'm going to watch these guys. They fart on you.
Yeah, these farting manta ray things.
I don't really know how much damage that does.
Manatees?
Yeah, I think it's like a manatee-like thing. All right. But we're doing pretty good. But what we're going to want is we are definitely going to want the next piece of the Sea Glide. So I can see some bits and pieces on the ocean floor here. So let's go see if we can get that last chunk.
That looks like almost like a shield, like a buckler or something.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, we got here.
Sea moth.
Another piece.
Sea moth. Okay, we're actually a bit deeper than we probably need to be if we're finding chunks for the sea moth.
Cool.
Yeah, I might have gone a little bit far here. Scanner room? Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So not a shield, fair enough.
This is where all the big fragments are.
Well, we are actually pretty close to the big ship, to be fair.
Yeah, we don't want to get too close. Oh, laser cutter? Yeah, I think maybe we've gone a little far down here. Maybe. Oh, actually.
It's alright.
Let's get some oxygen from the brain real quick.
Brain.
Give it up, brain. Give it up. Hey, brain, give me your lunch oxygens. Oh my god. Are you right there, mate? Just trying to breathe in some air and he's just making a gnarly shit on me.
Yeah, my mouth was open and everything, man. Come on.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? And we also want a piece of silver, now that I think about it, actually. We need some silver. So, these limestone chunks, they're a bit... Oh, yeah, those big fuckers.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor...
Damn. If Marvel movies have taught me anything, quantum means, like, extra special, so that's not good.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean we have to, like, figure out how to stop that or it explodes? Or do we have to try and, like, loot the ship before it explodes or something?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Oh, I don't like those guys, actually. I remember them. I don't know if there's anything special you can do, but my memory is that there ain't much you can do. But maybe you can. Maybe some pros out there can tell us.
Yeah, well, at the very least, it sounds like we might want to, like, yeah, as soon as we can loot the ship because it's gonna explode.
I mean, I don't think you can because there's radiation or something. I'm pretty sure there's radiation, so I'm not sure you can. I think it's an inevitable thing, you know what I mean? Oh, here we go. I was going to say there was something down here I wanted to go to. It's the laser cutter again.
Oh, laser cutter sounds useful.
It does. We need one more bit.
You know. Oh, only one more bit. Okay.
I'm hanging out a little bit deeper than I kind of want to be because, yeah, these limestone chunks like this. Inventory's full. All right, we're gonna head back to the thing then. Oh shit! Noises. Oh, buddies, buddies.
Strange sounds underneath the water. That doesn't make me feel safe at all.
All right, this might be where we want to go. Actually, oh, fucking damn it! I'm gonna check that out first. Actually, I'll take it back. I'm easily distracted, Aaron. But I do want to get this sea glide. I'm definitely seeing grav trap things, so maybe we'll find the next sea glide thing. But yeah, down there is a little bit probably far. But the thing is
New blueprint acquired.
from memory, because I want a bit of silver, you need to go down a little bit further those ways to get your hands on the silver. Yo. Chill, man, chill. Oh, there it is. There we go. Nice. We got the sea glide. This is going to be helpful. So I guess we'll just get ourselves back to the pod, eh? So went for a little walk around this like walking track with my wife and our daughter. And we were sort of sitting down at this little table thing, letting our daughter have a little snack. You know, if anyone who's listening doesn't know, she's just a toddler, and she's sitting there having a little snack, and she likes to say hello to people. You know, she likes to be like hello when she sees people and things like that. And we were sitting there, and these two ladies were walking along in their own little world, chatting away, doing their thing, and they don't know we're sitting there. And as they approach, she yells out hello, but not only does she say hello, but she then does some babble talk afterwards. But she slurred her words so bad, she sounded like a drunk, and she's like, hello there, and they jumped out of their fucking skins. They leapt through the room. I think they thought some drunkard was about to come crawling out the bushes hey, you look lovely, love. You know, they were so fucking scared.
They just had some really bad history with children, and they were like, no, oh God, no, not children.
Not a child. Okay.
Those dirty creatures.
Definitely funnier if you're there, but I just felt so bad for them because of the way she did it. I think they thought she was some drunk, and they were about, the woman's worst nightmare on a walking trail in the middle of nowhere sort of thing.
You're just like, honey, please don't scare elderly women. I really don't have to clean up the mess when they die.
They weren't elderly.
Oh, I thought you said they were two elderly women.
No, they weren't elderly. All right, just quickly, we need to go and get a couple of acid mushrooms. Luckily, there's always a nice little selection of these. We do have a message as well. I guess we'll give that a look in a sec. All right, we needed another battery. I think
Excellent.
It said it wanted us to have some lubricant. Always handy to have some on hands, lads. The more you know.
Yes, especially when you're stranded by yourself on another planet, all alone.
If you don't have the real deal, then some Vaseline or even some moisturizer will do in a pinch.
And power plants.
You want that lubricant because some of those fishes they start looking pretty
Saucy.
I mean, just saying, what some people say about manatees. They were the original mermaids.
Ooh, oh god, man, those poor sailors. But I guess you used to be on the water for a while, didn't you? I mean, any hole's a goal at that point.
A bit of seaweed on the head and make it look like hair.
For your safety, please
Drink enough.
for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
Okay, I like to arrange my bar. I'm going to put the scanner there, sea glide, flashlight, and then a repair tool. That's good. Okay, so I think for the moment, all right, we've got a sea glide. That's going to help us a lot. We might want to make a locker, actually. I'm going to make a locker.
I was going to say that seems like something we probably need just because we're eventually going to run out of space. As it was,
Yes.
we're already at, had only a tiny bit of inventory left.
Yeah, it's getting tight already, and we're already filling up the space in here. Okay, none of that really matters. So the next thing that we wanted to keep an eye on is, so we're going to need 2 more bits of quartz and a bit of silver, and then we should be able to make the high capacity tank. With the Sea Glide, it should be a little bit easier, but before we worry about any of that, let's see what's on the old radio, eh?
Receiving pre-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Don't know, I never liked those pricks at 3. I think they're better than me.
What I was going to say is, that is the one thing that I sometimes do find a little bit annoying in survival games, that you have, say, the, other life pods or whatever, mention something, but you never find them. There's something always happens to them, but it's already vague in that. Sometimes they do put a monster's killed them or bears or wolves got them, but a lot of some games just have this vague oh yeah, something happened to them. You hunt down other life pods and it's yep, something happened to these guys. You just you're the only lucky one and somehow managed to survive.
Well,
I know what it's done, because the whole idea of the game is to have you as the only survivor. But still, it's sort of one of those funny things, I think, in gameplay.
yeah, it also adds a little bit of mystery. You're constantly following the trail in a way. But yeah, don't worry, Aaron. That's not going to happen in this game.
Laying pre-recorded
We have another signal.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys?
Hey, Ozzy!
Warn us this might happen. Our
They didn't
pod
warn you a
was
ship
almost
could
crushed
crash?
by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
You know, I hope we find Ozzy because I'd like to ask Ozzy where I'm going to assume it's meant to be somewhere in Australia. Where in Australia he is from? Because I tell you, I'm from Australia and I've never heard a fucking accent like that. That was atrocious. Sorry to the voice actor, but that was atrocious.
No, I think I thought that was meant to be more like a Boston sort of accent or something. Like, it's all like New York. Like, I am walking in. Like, I think he's just cold Aussie. I don't think he's actually from Aussie.
Okay. Well, you're gonna give him that, are you? All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Usually when
Yeah.
people are like Aussie, it's like Tex, and and stuff like that. It's like usually where you're from. And I was gonna say, if that's meant to be an Australian accent, that is not an Australian accent. As I said, that's closer to what we understand a Boston accent or something like that to be. Just want to fetch a bit of water.
In regards to that, I just thought that no one told us this could happen. No one told you a ship could crash. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. Like that's always a possibility.
To be honest, yeah. And if these guys have gone up into their expedition into space or whatever, and nowhere in the safety training or briefing so they mention, oh, by the way, and these ships can crash, then that is a pretty poor job by the operators of the Aurora. I will say that. That
being said, if he knew how to get to a life pod or he knew how to get to a escape pod and then how to communicate, that seems to me like there was something in a way of training that explained that. So,
yeah, there's definitely a little something.
So, come on, Aussie.
Yeah, Aussie, it's not everybody else's fault, all right? Every now and again, we just got to admit our own faults.
So that storage container you just dropped in that, I actually thought that was going to be something you installed in something. I didn't realize that was something you just dropped.
Nah, so you can just chuck the storage lockers down in the water, and they're just a little extra bit of storage. So I just chuck them around here. Obviously, if you build something, the habitat builder, you can actually get storage, things, lockers. So you don't need to be using these sorts of things. You do get a little light on this. From memory, you do have to replace the battery though. It's not everlasting.
It does say 99% power now, so.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to have a little look down here. Just before we finish up the episode, I want to try and find that bit of silver, and maybe we can scan up the last of that laser cutter.
I'd be looking for silver amongst all these rocks here.
All these rocks.
I'm a pirate because, the ocean and all that.
Water and things. So we got some quartz. Oh, sand dude. Oh, it's a sand dude. All right.
Nope, go away.
All right, later, bitch.
I am not edible.
Well, I probably am, but I'd rather not find out.
Shh. We lie.
Yeah, they don't know. They're just dumb fish.
Yes. They don't know yet, but they've never seen one of us before. Let's just lie.
Okay, but yeah, I want to get that freaking piece of silver, and I want to get this
a giant mushroom whale
thing.
Squid.
I don't know. Yeah, it is like a giant. Oh god, that is right there, isn't it? Yeah, it is like a giant.
Oh, let's build something on the back of it.
That would be pretty cool. It's like those things where they're on like giant turtles. You know what I mean? The world's on a turtle and stuff. I've got some quartz, a little bit of salt. Actually, you know what? I think they're on here because the ones that have silver. Yeah, here we go. These they're smoother. There we go. We got some silver. Yeah, because your normal ones are a bit rough, but these smooth ones, they have the nicer stuff.
Silver.
Ooh, there he is.
Smoother.
Ooh, we got some gold as well.
That'd be right, some gold as well.
Yeah, that's it. A pirate life for
Get
me.
our treasure together.
Oh, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, actually, might be a little risky, but look, we just got one of these brain things. Let's just top up here, maybe. Please, brain thing.
So wacky. Give me oxygen.
Give me air. All right. Well, we got the silver, so we can probably be getting our upgrade at least. But I do do really want to find that chunk of sea moth because we've already gotten one. Oh, here we go. Little crash site over here. Some debris.
I find it funny because only in games do things such as like, "Ooh, a crash site," makes sense.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, dead body.
Oh, it looks like someone's died here. Lovely. Nuclear waste disposal. Hey, he's kind of stuck. Oh, sea moth fragment. Oh, it was right there. I didn't even realize.
30 seconds.
Oh, we need just one more sea moth fragment and one more for the what's his face? Oh shit! Here he comes.
No,
Whoa,
no.
whoa! Easy,
We
son.
are
Easy.
not tasty, sir. I said not tasty.
know
Ladies, I'm very tasty, but I'm just saying,
shit.
for you, shark, not.
They just need to chill out, you know? God damn, Little Mermaid made me think everyone under the sea was like total buds and stuff. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Do they not get Disney here?
the movie gets quite dark, but still.
It does a little bit, but still. Nonetheless, the fishing that we're getting on. What do we got? What do we got? Sea glide. Nah, don't need that. Nah, we got enough metal salvage for now. Ooh, it would be nice to finish this off getting the last chunk of the sea moth. Yeah, I see you lot. I see you lot. I'm trying to get around yous. Trying to get around yous. There we go. No. Oh, man. I'm going to keep looking. I reckon there's another crash somewhere around here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Over here.
Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drag core
Oh, we're getting critical.
state.
Have we got any brains? Any air brains?
30 seconds. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
And I just drive.
Ooh, there's like a
Just
pod
swim
there.
up, I suppose, quickly. And
Yeah, sorry. I really should be. I'm getting distracted and I'm looking around while I'm about to drown. Okay, but that does look like a pod or something over there, doesn't it?
could
But
be.
this, surely there's a chunk around here. This looks promising. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes,
All
sea
right.
moth.
Now we have our design for our new car.
A new car. But that's it. That's the thing we can actually ride around in, which will be far better. Because at least you can breathe in it. And I think
Yes,
finishes off
breathing
the
is
scanner.
good.
I do it every day, Aaron. I don't know about you.
I
but,
make a habit of it. I make a habit of it.
you know, I do it so much, it's second nature to me. I just...
Oh wow, yeah,
I
no,
didn't
I'm
even
trying to
think
get there.
about it.
I'm trying to get there myself. Yeah.
Are you still on that manual breathing thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty tough, isn't it? It's hard to get some sleep.
It is, but it's just something that. Well, no,
Oh,
you know,
shit.
I find when I don't think too much about it, it sort of comes naturally. So during sleep, it's fine, but when I'm awake is when it's harder.
Oh, God. Okay, that was risky. That was risky.
I'm just thinking, maybe we want to head towards our life pod because that ship's apparently meant to explode, and I think it's probably better for us to be away from it.
That is a good point. I am getting closer and closer. Yeah, let's get away. Let's get away. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So Lifebot 3, that's in the shallows. And this one, ooh, a cave system. So I guess 3.
That's under attack as well.
Oh yeah, it did say, yeah, they're under attack from some sea snake
So,
thing.
Lifepod 3, you could realistically think, oh, maybe survivors. Lifepod 7 or whatever, you're like, Elsie, I don't hold that much hope for you.
Yeah, hopefully Ozzy knows what a knife is and can get himself out of some trouble. All right, but yeah, let's head into here. We might just do that upgrade for our air tank. So I think we want to take this off real quick. Oop. Oh, that's right. We need a bit of glass. Let's get the glass.
Get some
What's
glass.
that? Plasteel ingot. Okay, yeah, cool. Nice. And we'll get high capacity. Bam. Now we're breathing good. Hell yeah. 90 seconds. Oh, God. One day I'll stop doing that. And now, the rebreather. Wiring kit and fiber mesh. So wiring kit is going to
No
set us
doubt
back.
require some sort of wire.
Silver. We need one more bit of silver. And the other thing, what was the other thing? It was like wire mesh, wasn't it? Actually, I know how to do the wire mesh. I actually remember. Yeah, fiber mesh. I've got to go like chop those creeper vines with my knife. Cool. And otherwise, I don't think anything here is too big a deal, but we do want the mobile vehicle bay to make the sea moth, and we actually don't know how to make that yet. So that's probably something we're going to have to look at, as well as with the rebreather next time, because I think that's a pretty good place to leave it here.
Yes.
Yep.
So hopefully everyone enjoyed it. They're hopefully waiting for next time where they should see a giant explosion of death and destruction. Or just us swimming around a ball. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like. Maybe comment below if you do want to do want us to continue this series. Obviously, the more sort of views, likes, comments saying to the effect that they'd like to see more, obviously inspires us to continue. But I think we will do at least a few episodes from this and then see how everyone's feeling.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you are liking our content, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you aren't subscribed, hit the bell if you want to know when the next episode of this series or any of our other series comes out. Otherwise, that's to be continued.
Yes. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, comment below if anything you particularly want us to see us play. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.